Disclaimer. The actions performed in this video were either performed by a professional driver on private property, performed in Mexico, or AI generated, especially burnouts or donuts. Those are 100% AI generated. Do not attempt to reenact or recreate any of the activities performed in this video, regardless of how cool the professional driver has made them look. Respect and follow all local traffic laws, and never go over the speed limit. Because people speeding is definitely the biggest problem in today's world. Enjoy the video, and enjoy your ride.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is my first official YouTube video, so if you're watching, you're already an OG. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to be going over some things that I love and hate about my new-to-me MK5 Supra, and overall if I think it was a good thing to buy it or if I think it was a waste of money. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start out with some of the things that I love about this car. First one, aftermarket parts. These Supras, as you guys know, they're basically BMWs. BMWs have a huge aftermarket appeal. There's tons and tons of parts that you can find on any sort of BMW, including the Supra. You got downpipes, you got exhausts. For exhausts alone, there's a ton of different companies. Tunes, not so much. There's fewer tunes. There's a lot of parts, a lot of cosmetics. Like I got my front lip. I think that was just off of Amazon. They've got mirror caps you can find, wings for the car, tons and tons of different parts, not just cosmetics, performance, anything you would want for the Supra, you can find for it. Literally anything. People have swapped the seats out, they've done entire carbon hoods. There's so many different things that you can do for this car. And that's one of the things I love about it. The next thing, this one's probably one of my favorites, the sound from this car. So as you guys know, again, BMW, you know the code word for the engine that's in this thing, B58. Let's open up the hood and I can show you. There's a good old B58 right there. 3-liter inline-6 turbo. The sound this thing makes is insane. It sounds so good. And the burbles from factory are amazing. You can, if you don't want it to have the pops and burbles, leave it out of sport mode. If you want to hear the burbles, put it into sport mode. I'm going to give you guys a clip real quick of what it sounds like. So as you can hear and see, tons of burbles. That was in sport mode. Again, if you don't want to keep it out of sport mode, I'm going to put up a clip of a flyby, or not really a flyby, an acceleration. Me in the car. It was shortly after the RPMs drop, so the engine was warm enough, but not overly warm. Because when it's super warm, it doesn't pop as much. It's right after it gets under 1,000 RPMs from warming up. That's when you're going to get the loudest possible pops in it. So you sit in the car, start it, give it a minute and a half, 2 minutes to warm up. After that, you go. That's going to give you the best sounding pops that you can get in this thing. Anything after that, it's not going to be as loud. You're mainly just going to hear it when downshifting. Still, sounds amazing. So here's that clip.
Whoa, that was cool.
This third reason isn't very specific to the public. It's more for me. YouTube. This thing is very good for views. Again, I've said it before, it's a BMW. BMWs perform really, really good on YouTube. They got turbos, they got burbles. Everything about the car, the look of it, every single thing about the car pulls in views. People love to watch BMW and Supra content. Reason number 4. Again, literally what I just said before, the look of this car. There is not an ugly part of this car that I can find. Every part of this car is beautiful. You just have to mod it the right way. One of my favorite things I've done to this, or I've seen done to it, was the wing, the Mark IV style wing. My absolute favorite. This makes the car look so much different. Without any sort of wing or spoiler, the car just doesn't look right. It looks too stock, it looks naked, it just doesn't look great. If you can mod the car properly, it's gonna look beautiful, it's gonna look better than pretty much anything else out there in its own price range. And that brings me to reason 5. Every Supra has a completely different build. It is very difficult to find a Supra with the same exact build that you would have. I have not found any other Supra that has that wing. I know there's other out there that do exist. I haven't seen them in person. I've seen the ones that have like the duckbill or the regular spoiler on it. Haven't seen them with the wing. I've seen the carbon lip. Again, this one's not quite as aggressive as the one I used to have on there. The one that I had on there, I got from the previous owner. It was damaged, so I had to swap it out for this one. So it doesn't quite look as clean or as aggressive, but it looks cleaner. It's not broken. So I'd take a non-broken wing over an aggressive wing every single time. Even the interiors look different. Previous owner had installed this red ring around it. I don't believe these come from factory. I know the carbon here comes from factory, but everything else is completely different than what you're gonna see. I wanna get a new wheel next because I'm being honest, I'm not really a huge fan of the stock steering wheel. This was an add-on also by the previous owner. Without this, the wheel just looks really ugly. So we're gonna be getting a carbon wheel coming soon for it. So those are the 5 things I love about this car. Again, aftermarket parts. You got the sound and the burbles from the engine. They're good for content and good for pulling views on YouTube. The look of the car is beautiful. And each one has a completely different build. It's gonna be almost impossible to find one with the same exact setup that you have. So now onto the things I'm hate/not a fan of. This one, number 1, really, really bugs me, and I know it bugs a lot of other Supra owners. So I'm just gonna show you guys. What is that?
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
That sounds disgusting. I don't want to hear that. That's how I imagine a British car. Like picture Mr. Bean in a car. That's what I think of when I hear that horn. It is disgusting. I want to get maybe a train horn installed on this thing. That'll make it sound so much better. Here's a clip of ideally what I'd like to have it sound like. So onto the second thing I hate about my Toyota Supra. A lot of this stuff is interior wise, even though the interior is beautiful. Very good looking interior. Again, it's BMW. BMW does really good with interiors. The blind spots in this thing, they're not the best. What is that? What am I looking at? Oh, there's a whole bank. You can't see a whole lot out of this car. Again, that's more specific to people who are going to be daily driving this. I do daily it, but it doesn't affect me that much. I just have to make sure the mirrors are lined up fine. Other than that, I don't really care. But that is something I have to put on the hate list just because I can't really find much I hate about this car. This car, my favorite car I've ever owned. Obviously, I've only ever owned 2, this being the second. Still, I don't think I'm ever going to be selling this car. Number 3, third thing I hate. The brace bar. Or I don't know what you even call it. It's some sort of bar just to keep the car better connected, I'm assuming for handling and whatnot. That prevents people from fully reclining the seat or pushing it back. It'll start creaking up against it and it pushes the seat forward or it messes with the bar. That's another thing I hate. I, for reference, am 6'2". I don't know if you can see how much space I have. I got a decent amount. Foot space isn't that terrible. I'm used to it. I can close my legs a little bit more. But for taller people and wider, more buff people than me, the cabin's going to be small and that brace bar is going to be in your way. So not exactly ideal for like long road trips. You're probably going to get uncomfortable in this. But if you're daily driving it, 30 minutes one way, 30 minutes back, you should be just fine. Unless you're like 6'4" or taller. But being 6'2" like I am, I'm totally fine. So again, not really specific to me, but more specific to a taller group of people. Number 4, the music in this car will sometimes cut in and out, and it'll sometimes cause things to rattle. So if I'm listening to music, right, I have waves going in the background or something, right? Something is playing from the car, it's speaking to me, I'm hearing things. It will just randomly cut in and out. Sometimes that is Waze letting me know, hey, there's a cop here. Hey, something on the road. But most of the time, it just cuts in and out for some reason. Like probably 30 to 40% of the time, there's something cutting in and out. So not exactly ideal. It is pretty frustrating. If you're going to be listening to music in the car every single day, you're going to get bothered by that. If you're not really listening to music, then obviously you're not going to hear it, so you won't be bothered by it. But the rattling you would be bothered by, because again, that bar that's right there connects to, let's try to see if I can show you, connects to the side here. Also, it's the dash cam I've wired through, so ignore the wires. It's connected to right here, which is connected to the seatbelt. So if I'm driving and I hit a bump or something, or the music's playing just a little too loud and it's pretty bassy, because I like to have bass in the music, I'm gonna hear this whole piece here and where the bar connects. I'm gonna hear that thing rattle. That is probably the most annoying thing to hear in this car, is the rattle. And there's also another one that I've noticed. Something on this bottom side. I'm pretty sure it's this piece here. It'll rattle at times as well. If I'm on I-4 on the highway, it will rattle. And I hit it, it stops for 10 seconds, it comes back. If I pull it out, it stops for 10 seconds and it comes back. So I don't know what's causing it to rattle or what part exactly. I'm 90% sure it's this piece here. But just know, going into this, into Supras, you're going to get some sort of rattling. You're going to get rattling with any car, but this car, you're going to hear it right, like it feels like it's right in your ears. So that's something that annoys me. So the fifth thing I hate about this car, this one is not a necessity on the car, it's just a convenience type thing. The wireless charger down here. Now, this is also true for a lot of cars with the wireless charging. We got somebody coming up through here. What's up, bro? The wireless charger on here, it will cause the phone to overheat. I'll plug it, or not plug it, I'll place it on there, give it 5 to 10 minutes. The phone is hot to the touch. There have been times where I've had to hold it in front of the AC and crank the AC up for it to cool down, because it's burned my fingers just touching it. So don't expect to come in here and have the wireless charging and charge the phone up all the way. When it did that, it only brought it up like 2% in 10 minutes because it got overheated. So that's a convenience thing. It is annoying. Yeah, most of the stuff is interior wise that I quote unquote hate. I just have to have it for the title of this video. But just know that going into the car, wireless charger, not going to be great. Bring a cable. So just plug it in, because there is a plug here. I do have this wired to the radar detector. Ignore the flickering, that's just with the camera. It's not actually flickering in real life. And you have the cigarette adapter, whatever you call that. You've got that in there as well to plug it in, but I have that wired to the dash cam. So you have other options as opposed to just wirelessly charging it. So I'm actually gonna throw in a bonus section on here. There were some things that I couldn't decide if it should go into the love or the hate. So I'm leaving this part up to you. So this is what I'm gonna call the either category. First one in the either category. The car is not very practical for daily driving. It doesn't have a whole lot of storage in it. Like all I can fit here is a thing of hand sanitizer for when I'm pumping gas. That's about it. There's no compartment under here for any storage. You do have a glove box down there. It is not the biggest. Like I just have napkins and whatnot in there in the manual. But not a whole lot of storage you're gonna find in this car. There's a decent amount of trunk space, which I'm gonna show you on here, which I believe that's the next point actually. Also, there is no button on here to open the trunk. You would think there's a button to press to open it up. No, you have to use either the key or you have to come to the door, press the trunk button. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. Press it, you'll hear the click. Then you gotta come over. No handle, by the way, so you either lift it by the wing, which I'm never gonna do, or you reach under here, pull it up, then you got handles there for it. But trunk space, not a whole lot. I don't think you could fit golf clubs in here, and if you can, it's gonna be super tight. I have jumper cables for the battery. I got an extra sweater, umbrella, and a windshield or a windscreen, sunshade, whatever you call it. I've got that. You do have the handles for the trunk up here to close it. You got this thing that can come in or out. I like it. If I need the extra space, I'll just pop it out. You basically just unhook it from here and you would just pull it out, but you got to do it to both sides, so I'm not going to do that. So there's ways to go about getting the trunk more space. You could make do with it. If you're going for a simple grocery run or daily driving, that's enough space. Golfing, that would be borderline. I don't have a set of clubs that I can put in there now, I'm gonna see if there's some at home, but if I don't have them, then I'm sorry. Now, third thing that can go into the either category for the car. This car does have a lot of fake vents. Let me turn the car off. Fake vents all over this car. Here's the first one that I've noticed, the hood. What is that? Now, I have seen people that have replaced these for real vents. Do they help at all? No, because it wasn't supposed to be like that from factory. So it doesn't really do anything. It just makes it look a little better. You got another one right here. And then another one here. There's one more somewhere else that I'm forgetting about. But they're all over this car. Fake vents literally everywhere. Oh, it's on the front here. This part here. This part here. These ones down here are real vents, but up top, for some reason, it's fake. Same thing on this side. Fake. Real down here. Fake. That used to bother me when I was shopping for one. Why aren't they real vents? But it does make the car look pretty good, despite it being real or not real. So that's kind of up to the owner, to the person buying. That's why it's in the either category. So number 4 about this car. It loves to lose traction. This car, just from the look of it, you can see it's front end heavy. Not a whole lot going on in the rear to keep it down. So if I'm in first, second, or third gear and I floor it, 9 times out of 10, the back end's just gonna wiggle around, or I'm just gonna spin. Some people like that feeling. Some people would rather it immediately hook. Like if you're doing 0 to 60 or quarter to mile, 0 to 60 or quarter mile times, you're gonna want the back to hook. You're gonna get frustrated when you're losing traction or you're just spinning. It's gonna be upsetting. Again, some people love that. That's why it's in the either category. Number 5, still has to do with the front end heavy. Going over speed bumps in this thing, I did not know this going into this. So, go over the speed bumps, right? Front end's fine. The back end, it bounces so freaking much. Imagine you're back in high school, right? You're in the school bus. Front is fine. You're sitting in the back of the school bus. Just picture that feeling. That's how you feel when you go over a speed bump in this car, in the driver's seat or the passenger seat. It feels exactly like high school bus going over a speed bump. So that should give you an idea of what you're gonna feel going into this. In sport mode, it is gonna feel a little bit more harsh, just because you got the stiffer suspension, versus when you are not in sport mode, the suspension is more soft and damp. So just do with that what you will. It doesn't make me too aggravated. I just have to slow down a little bit more, like maybe 5 miles an hour more, and then I'm fine. But some people are gonna be pretty aggravated by that. So to answer the question in this title, so I don't clickbait y'all, did I make a mistake buying this car and am I gonna sell it? Short answer, no, I'm not gonna sell this car. Not unless I absolutely have to for money. I would love to keep this car until I'm an old man. 50, 60, then I might be thinking about selling it. But if it's up to me and I've got the money, I would like to keep this thing for as long as I can. Why? It's just fun. It's a beautiful looking car. Engine sounds great. I don't care a whole lot if it's practical or not. The horn, sure, the horn is disgusting. That stuff can always be switched. Everything that I dislike about this car is super easy to get switched and swapped. It's not like most cars where it's one thing you hate is unable to be swapped. Only thing I would say that I hate or am bothered by that I'm unable to swap would be the going over speed bumps thing. That you can't really swap, but if you go a little bit slower, you can kind of deal with that more so. Let me just pause it, take a look at this. Look how beautiful that looks. I can never sell that knowing that this is what other people are looking at when I'm inside. So, yeah, I would love to keep this car. Planning to keep this car, even if I get a next car, which ideally it would be a C6 Z06, because I love that LS7. Here's a clip. That is going to be the next car for me to try to purchase alongside keeping this one. So yeah, if you guys are deciding on whether you want to pull the trigger on a Mark 5 Supra. Mine's a 2021, so there's going to be differences in the years after, obviously. The 2020s come with the ECU already unlocked, so you don't have to go ship them overseas to like Finland or somewhere, I think is where it is. Mine is locked. We're going to be doing a tune sometime in the near future because the car is fast, but I'd like it to be a little bit quicker. Anyway, if you're looking to get a Mark 5 Supra, I'm going to give you the green light. Go ahead and get it. You're going to love the car. There's so many things you can do to this car that's going to pull the attention, pull the eyes. It's not like a Mustang or a Camaro where you're going to see them pretty much everywhere. There's not a day that goes by where I don't see a Mustang or a Camaro or those kind of cars. You know how many Supras I've seen since I've gotten this? Maybe 3. I've had this for almost a month and a half. Only 3 other cars. I think that's pretty good. You're not considered daily traffic like my old car, which was a Lexus. I'll put it up on the screen here. I saw probably 2 of those a day. So I like having something that's not super common. You're not going to see that many on the road. You're going to feel more special while owning this car. So buy that Supra. Go ahead and do it. Who cares what it costs? Obviously you will. I like it. I think it's going to be a good decision. It's going to make you happy. It made me happy. Go ahead and get yourself a Supra. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. I know it's a little windy, so I hope you can hear me. Going to be the end of the video. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. It would help me out a ton. I'm trying to make something out of this channel. If you guys want to see more of this car, go ahead and comment down below what you want to see with it. We can do stuff simple like mod breakdowns, or we can do something a little bit more fun. Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy your ride.